Good morning. Today, we will have the recording of understanding your purpose as a corporate leader. We will cover what is your purpose, why purpose matters, the component of a vision, the statistic, and what we can do to improve our strategy and to implementation. Let's start with what is purpose. Purpose is what drives you to wake up every morning. And there is multiple level of purpose. There is a purpose for the company, that is a strategy, what we want to do. But there is also the individual purpose. The individual purpose, usually, it's based on your reason of being. It is the intersection of what you are good at, that is most of the time your strengths, what you love, things that you don't see the time pass. And for example, I'm very good at finding issues, but I don't like it. So it is not because you are good at something that you love it. And it's not because you love something that you are good at it. For example, I love to do drawing, but I'm not good at doing drawing. The next one is what the world needs. This is what you value, what are important for you. It can be cause like ecology. It can be things like helping people or caring for people. It depends really of yourself. And the last one is what you can be paid for. When you have the intersection of everything, that is your passion, mission, profession, and vocation, this intersection is your ikigai. This is for you. But this same model can be applied to your department and to your organization. You can look at what your department is good at. For example, if you are in IT and you work in the artificial intelligence, it is good at model building, at finding the right way of using artificial intelligence. What you love to do. Perhaps you have a focus. You love to develop model for finance, for example, and how it's helped the world is to increase the performance and decrease the time spent on the finance team to find their reconciliation, for example, and you can be paid for it. It's just an example, but there is for everybody something that can be fit in this model. Know why the purpose matters. It is one of the things that is the most important. If you have no purpose, you don't know where you are going and you are missing something that will help you to be motivated. And I would like to just tell you two stories. The first one is of a team member. Before I came to a group of developers, I was working in another department and I arrived in this department and I have a teammate that was just underperforming. And I didn't understand what was the reason it was underperforming really, because he liked what he was doing. Everything seems to be very good for him, but he was not really good in his performance, really. I sit with him and I try to discuss. Technically, he had the background needed to do the work. He was loving what he was doing and he was paid pretty well for what he was doing. The element that was really missing was the understanding of what the company purpose was. And because he didn't have this understanding of how his project was fitting in the big picture of the organization, he was not able to put engagement and motivation to really do his work. I work with him to review more what is the strategy, how his project was bringing value, showing him what is a return on investment, and in a few weeks, he was able to be motivated and we saw the difference. The performance was increasing. Another story is mine. I was working for years in oil and gas. I was neutral in this area. I was doing good in my work. I was loving what I was doing because I was also working in an automation studio and I was really loving this. And I was paid also well. But the strategy was not clear for me because I had my team that was competed with another team politically. We were challenging one the other. That is good time to time. But I didn't understand how my project was fitting in the big picture because I was always attacked to make my project disappear from the management. And it was very difficult to be really engaged and pushing. When I started to understand better what was the purpose and how I can bring higher value, learning, for example, technically, what was the difference between my competitor and myself internally, and also understanding why the company was in need with the business acumen, my motivation increased and it was really better. And this is where the purpose is very important, to build your motivation, build your engagement. I'm sure you had this same type of experience in your life, at least with some of your teammates. Now, how to align with the vision that inspires? So here there is two elements in it. There is the inspiration, that is something that motivates you to be following the vision of a leader, because we will remember what is a project manager is a person that makes sure that the things are done, and the leader are the ones that inspire to have people to join the vision and build it and implement it together. So how your purpose or the purpose of your organization align with this vision is one element, and the second one is inspiring. And we will start with the second one actually. I will show you some example of things that inspire people, and I will explain you what it is. Then after, we will view how to align it. Let's imagine that I tell you in 5 years, we will implement a system that will be like the phone, and you will be able to see the hologram of the person with who you are speaking. How great it is. It's like you are in the same room. You want to speak with a person. You will see his move like he is with you. It's something that will touch you, that you want to have, I'm pretty sure. Even better, this second image is a teleportation booth. You go to this teleportation booth and you pay the price of an airplane, and in a second you are wherever you want in the world. How great would it be if I tell you that this technology can be done in less than 10 years? Would you join me to do this? I'm pretty sure you will tell me yes. And the last example is the example of Elon Musk that want to build life on Mars. It's something that is crazy, that cannot be even imagined. But he tell, in 30 years, we will be able to go there and live and cultivate, produce, and be able to live on Mars. It's something that is inspiring you. It's something that makes you dream. And one of the elements of these 3 elements of strategy is that it is something that is out of reach in your mind. It's something that is great, that is inspiring you. It is something that you can reach in a way because they tell you it will be in 5 years, it will be in 10 years, it will be in 30 years. You are still alive when you will have it. If I tell you all this technology will appear in 200 years, you will tell me, yeah, but what is the purpose? What is really my meaning? Because by the time I finish my life, I will not have even touched a little of it. It will be too far ahead for me. So your strategy needs to be dreamy, but accessible in the future, in the near future that is not out of your lifetime. Other thing is it's need to include you in the story, and it is what is important. See what is the value for you, what is your benefit of it, or what is the benefit for the people that you care around. It is how you need to build your strategy. After, how you align your vision with it. You may be aligned or not with one of these strategies. Maybe you don't really care to go to space. And I'm one of these. I don't care about the space exploration. I'm not somebody that is inspired by the space exploration. I don't want to fly to space. It's not something that I'm really connected to. But it's inspiring still for me to go to Mars. It's something that is, wow, crazy. But I will not join this type of company because it's not something that I really care of doing. The transportation or the hologram are more something that I like, because for me, I'm living in the USA and my parents and family are living in France. For me, having my mom and my sister and my family all around me as an hologram and seeing them, interacting with them like they are in the room, makes something. It's emotional for me. Same for the teleportation. If I can travel anywhere, I finish this meeting and I tell, okay, I will go no to Bali because I finish my meeting and I can be on the beach in few seconds. It will be amazing for me. I mean, who will not want this type of things? And actually, this teleportation may be helping you to go to Mars, perhaps. Who knows? My vision is aligned with some of the things. And it is important to see that your personal purpose has a small part in the strategy of the organization. And the group of all the purpose of your team build the strategy of your department. And it's how it works. It's aligning the strategy of the organization with all the department and with yourself. And it's vice versa. I mean, you need to align your department and your personal purpose with the strategy of the company. Next is the statistic, and they are very dramatic statistic. There is 74% of the executives that don't have faith in their transformative strategy. That means if you have an executive that doesn't believe in their strategy, you will have nobody that will really believe in it. It's very, very important to realize that your strategy needs to be something that you believe that can be reached. It is a dream, but it is reachable in a certain time. Only 8% of leaders rate their company as effective in both strategy and execution. 8%, it represents less than 1 person on 10 that believe that their company are good at making something that is strategic, that is good, and that can be implemented. One of the things that I already spoke to you is that there is only 5% of people that understand the company strategy. How can you be motivated and build something as an organization, as a company, if you don't understand the strategy? And it is what is very important here. You need to be able to communicate correctly with your employee and contractor what is your vision and how you will bridge the gap between your idea of strategy and how you will implement it in the reality. And the last one is 61% of organizations failed to bridge the gap between strategy formulation and implementation. This is pretty dramatic as numbers. And we need to work on building better leaders that are able to look at formulating a strategy that is really compelling and attractive and inspiring to people, but also be able to find the way to make it implemented. So how do we fill the gap? Here, there is mainly the communication. We will have to have effective meta communication. That is on top of really what is effective communication. It's a deep communication that is transparent to all the level of the company. You will need to understand the challenges. And what I mean by this is understand the customer or client challenges that are unseen and are unspoken. You need to understand even what is not told. But you have also to understand in your organization all the challenges that are unspoken. Every step of your company have challenges. And if you are not able to understand the different level of the challenges and you build a strategy that is not aligned with the way your strength as a company is able to implement, you will not be able to implement your solution. So you need to really go deep and understand the unseen challenges. And the last one is explaining the why, and the why of every individual, understanding what are the purpose of each of your company employee, but also what is your strategy, why you want to do this. I have seen a lot of people working without having any purpose, any understanding of what they were doing. I was working in different departments and they were doing work without understanding why they were doing this. When we explained them return on investment, the reason, what was really the reason this department was working, people have a light and they light up and they can really work in the direction of the strategy of the organization. The solution to executive visionary leadership is to inspire as a visionary leader. And visionary leader is a person that sees in the future what will be the best strategy, building a vision that is really compelling for his mate. A leader is a person that inspires, I tell you. It's a person that has a vision that is able to have people joining around him for the same cause and build this new technology, this new project that will bring value to more people that are engaging with people. You need also to have influence from strategy to implementation. And what I mean is being able to influence from your vision, but also be able to transpirate all the strategy into your different level of the organization and making sure that the employee that is doing the things understand what is the strategy and what is his piece and how we fit in the big schema. After you have the authentic and effective communication, it is essential as a leader, you need to be very good at communicating and communicating everything that needs to be done to build confidence in your project and make sure that your team is working with you in the same direction as the organization sees. Another point is recenter and regain clarity and focus. We have very complex strategy. People are seeing the strategy of the organization like something that is far, that are not even touching them. We need to recenter and regain clarity, explain why we are doing this and how each element is really fitting the big schema, and focus on what is your specific task and not look at things that are just goal plating, but really what will bring the highest value for your organization and for the customer that you are serving. Adapt and connect. Everybody is different in the organization. There is people that are visual, some that are auditive, people that like to review the things later, people that take a decision very quickly. You need to be able to speak to everybody and communicate correctly, adapt to all the need. And there is people that like to work at different hours of the day. There is people that are preferring to work remote than in person. All this is part of your leadership, being able to open your mindset to open best leadership for everybody and put the people in the best position to deliver the highest result for you. And last is build a brand of yourself that is a charismatic leader, a person that transpires with leadership, with ideas. It's a great way of developing your executive visionary leader. I have a program that is specific for people that attend the webinar, and if you connect before the 13th of November, the special price is $4,297, and before the standard price was $6,497. Thank you very much, and please comment in the comment below if you have any question or any remarks for this meeting. Thank you.